I think Boston's biggest hurdle with decarbonization is political will. Really what we need is the political courage at the state level and at different municipal levels to really put the money where the mouth is, really to fund the kinds of investments we need in our transportation sector in order to get us to where we need to go.
We expect by the end of this year to have 260 sites signed up for construction. Of that, we also expect to have 125 of those 260 sites energized.
We now have funding to help cities and towns or any of those other fleet operators to identify the total cost of ownership for electric vehicles, right? To replace their diesel, gas-powered, whatever it is, to replace those existing vehicles that are involved in public transportation. We can now fund those studies in Massachusetts.
We're looking at working with employers as well as new developments and building owners to provide subsidies for transit, to really encourage folks to get into the city not by using their vehicle but by other means, reduce parking subsidies. And we're also leading by example, so we are working towards electrifying our fleet, the city-owned fleet, starting with our light-duty sedan vehicles, and then scaling up there to medium duty and then heavy duty.
Infrastructure is really the critical issue in moving this market forward. You can't install the infrastructure and have it pay for itself through any sort of user charge because you have to install it in advance of the users adopting the vehicles in order to get them to adopt the vehicles. So how do you break through that? Somebody has to invest money in advance of the market.
There's about 6,000 buses a year that are replaced throughout North America. 10% of those were electric in 2017. 2018, it went up to almost 20%. And we see the growth of electric bus adoption in the industry going to 30% in the next 2 years. A normal gasoline automobile annually creates about 11,400 pounds of CO2. But if we were to look at what a bus effect is nearly 230,000 pounds of CO2 annually by removing one diesel bus from this scenario.
For mobility and transportation to enable the Boston region, we must first increase cross-sectoral collaboration to identify innovative new models to expand public EV charging infrastructure in ways that align with our overall equity and mobility goals. I think we need more engagement between cities, between the utilities, between the charging providers to really understand, are there other innovative models that we can think of to make this work?